Little Red Riding Hood. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a scary wolf who always disturbed the residents because it often always ate the residents. One day, the wolf was very hungry because it was difficult to find food because many hunters were chasing him. Therefore, he also had difficulty finding food. But one day, he passed a house near the forest. From the house, he heard that there was a woman who was going to meet his grandmother. He knew that the woman was Little Red Riding Hood. When Little Red Riding Hood came out, he asked what he actually knew. "Where do you want to go, Little Red Riding Hood?" She replied, "I want to go to see my grandmother, who is now ill," said Little Red Riding Hood. "Is the house far from here?" Little Red Riding Hood replied, "Not far from here, only a few miles." When he heard this, he was happy because his hunger would go away, so he immediately went to go to Grandma's house from Little Red Riding Hood. He also arrived earlier than Little Red Riding Hood. Soon after that, he imitated Little Red Riding Hood's voice to trick her grandmother. Hearing a voice from the door, her grandmother said to pull the doorknob, and the door would open. The wolf immediately pulled the doorknob, and the door opened. But his grandmother told him to be careful when he opening the door and entering the house, because there is a trap after entering if you don't mind. Because he was filled with appetite, he carelessly stopped a stored trap. Her grandmother was shocked because someone was caught in her trap. Her grandmother was surprised that it was not her granddaughter. It is the wolf that is being searched for. The wolf screamed in pain and asked the grandmother to help him, which even though tough it was a trap, because the grandmother sympathized with the wolf, she intended to release the trap that hit the wolf. Just as it was approaching the wolf, there was a sound of hurried footsteps, and it was a group of hunters. The wolf panicked to the point of intending to escape from the house. Through the window, it shattered. He also felt very unlucky because he could not eat the grandmother, then hit a trap and was chased by hunter. And finally, the wolf was tired of running. When he cornered, Little Red Riding Hood came to help the wolf, who initially had bad intention to kill her grandmother. At the time, Little Red Riding Hood said to just let go of the wolf and better just make it a pet or wolf hunter. And finally, the hunter agreed and make the wolf to the wolf hunter. The wolf also thanked Little Red Riding Hood and promised to always protect Little Red Riding Hood's family.